So next, we're going to be moving on to IPM. Now we've got our plant, it's under the light. We want to have a integrated pest management scenario. So I wanted to talk to you, Dinesh, about that. Optic Foliar has some great products for IPM. So can you tell us what are some of the ways a new beginner can really start identifying some of these problems, like say bugs or something like that?
I'm going to try and cover a little bit of for outdoor and indoor growers, seeing as it is outdoor season right now. So I wanted to start off with outdoor growers a bit and then touch on indoor. For outdoor growers, the first thing is, look, when you're growing outdoors, there's a lot of things out of your control. So first off, start off with good genetics. That's really key, because if you're going to get problem genetics, whether it's 1 month, month 1, month 2, or end of August, early September, you're going to start running into problems with unstable genetics or just a really bad source plant or starter plant. So start off with really good genetics. Outdoor also, another really cool, easy trick to prevent problems without using any other products is to plant some companion plants like marigolds and lavender. Reason being, it's going to prevent bugs, it's going to prevent mold, and it's also going to look really nice. So if you're going to do some outdoor, big, small, it is a bit of extra work, but having those extra plants out there prevent a lot of problems and prevents you from spraying and having to worry about it. Moving into indoor situations, again, before you want to get into like anything you're spraying or having to deal with problems, in indoor situations, we can literally control Mother Nature in a box. So nowadays, everyone's using grow tents. And the cool thing with grow tents, they're easy to put together. They're, you come with a lot of instructions. The key thing that I think people need to look at after grow tents, though, is all the extra parts and accessories. And there's the fans, the dehumidifiers, there's controllers available. Costs a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of what we're trying to do, and that's produce really good quality fire, it is going to cost a bit of money to get started up, and it does get pretty pricey real quick, but it's going to allow you to control temperatures, humidity, especially with controllers. It'll turn fans off, it can turn a humidifier on, and those are all key factors, especially when we're talking about there's so much going on. The more we can control the science of it all, the better the output quality and product you're going to get in the end. So again, it does cost a lot to get started, but again, in the grand scheme of things, it works out to less than $5 a gram when you're growing yourself. And so again, it helps quantify the purchase of some of that expensive hardware, because that's going to help prevent and control a lot of that IPM. After that, we touched on earlier about using just like a base nutrient and a few things to get started. Another additive I just absolutely love is just silica in the water with your nutrients. It's the most underrated, underused product in my opinion, and it should be used by everybody. It prevents mold, it gives you a healthier plant, it speeds up growth, it speeds up rooting. It's gonna help add quality. It does so much to your plants to prevent mold, and that can be used indoors and outdoors. Another tip for growers is when you're, again, especially for indoors again, starting off with quality cuts, quality seeds, quality stock plants. And then, at the end of that, what helps, especially indoors, is some Optic Foliar products like Overgrow, again, to start. It's going to do a combination of things for you. So it does have some anti-fungal, anti-mold properties built in, but you can also mix in bug sprays with our products and use like natural bug sprays if needed at quarter strength. But what a lot of growers find when they're using our products is that we've got the anti-fungal property, we've got the nutrition, and then one key thing that people won't understand right away, but they'll definitely see, is the efficiency end of it. And this is what's really key, is that when we're able to drive the plant to use more light energy, and in turn that results in more nutrient uptake, it really pushes your plant's growth, and it makes them grow faster, stay healthier, And so you're going to have less IPM problems, and you're going to do less IPM sprays. You're just going to see healthier plants. And what we're doing with it is, because we're making it more efficient, that makes it grow faster, grow healthier. And then, we're utilizing some extra copper sulfate and organics to prevent mold, and also to boost the plant's immune system on its own to help fight off fungus and disease. So in the instance where you do get bugs, another product we promote is our transport. And you can think of it as like a high-end wetting agent, but it's a new type of wetting agent, and it's what lets you spray lights on, no damage or burning. And in IPM, it'll let you use products, plant therapy, the green cleaners, some of the natural oil sprays, some of the pyrethrin sprays. It lets you take any pesticide spray, use it quarter strength with the transport, and you'll then be able to spray lights on, no damage or burning. And again, it's key, something I touched on earlier, is that with the transport, it's just not a spreader, sticker, wetter. It's actually soaking into the plant and getting into that plant mesophyll layer. And that's something unique to us that no other company or product offers. And it's all because, again, I wanted to solve all the problems with a foliar spray, and not just, I couldn't accept the rules of spraying lights off and spraying the undersides and rinsing a plant. And the other one that really gets me is that we've accepted spraying in flower and damaging our product and just accepting it. So there's a bug or a fungus problem in flower, we're spraying our plants, and we're damaging trichomes, or damaging taste, we're damaging extracts, just overall quality, and just people are accepting it. And I don't think, why are we doing that? So I want people to have a safe, non-toxic, non-carcinogenic solution that's going to pass all testing, that you can use into late flower. And we also have late flower solutions for mold with like our attack, Allium, or transport combination.
Could you elaborate actually on those late flower? Because I'm an outdoor grower. I have quite a bit growing in my backyard, and
yeah,
man, the outdoor it throws everything at you. I've seen thrips, crickets, aphids, spider mites. I've seen everything this last couple months, and now we're getting into mid flower range. So what would you recommend that you can use in flower? Because in outdoor, everyone says don't spray in flower, but outdoor you don't really have an option there. So what would you recommend there?
So one thing we got I like to tell growers is, if you're looking for that one spray solution or one use solution to solve a problem like that in mid flower, you're probably not going to want to use the product in the end, because they're toxic. So products like Eagle 20, Nova, they're still available, they're still out there, but they're toxic. They stay in the flower, and when you're smoking that or extracting it and burning it after, it's going to be just poison that you're spraying onto or getting into your body. So some of the other products that are available on the market, they will tell you to use it in flower. There's a few different oil sprays, pyrethrum sprays, extract sprays. The problem is they're all going to damage the fruit, flower, trichome, taste, and leave a residual, and you're going to be rinsing it off after, which is going to cause more damage. So with our attack and transport combo, it's a combination of some copper sulfate and some organics we're using. And you can spray it from mid-flower up to 3 days, 2 to 3 days before harvest. And it's not going to damage the buds, hairs, leaves, trichomes. It's not going to stay in the plant. It's not going to affect the taste. It's simply going to control the powdery mildew, kill the mold spores, boost the plant's immunity. And then here's where it's very key: flush out of the plant. So it has a very low residual. And so from mid-flower to late flower, you may need to spray it every couple of days. You may need to spray it daily. You may need to spray it every 3 to 5 days. And the reason for that is what I touched on just a few seconds ago, is it's going to get into the plant and flush out right away, because we want to keep the plant clean, but we want to get rid of the mildew. So it's a real low residual product, but you're not going to see any of the side effects of damaging your trichomes, your taste, the buds, the leaves. You'll be able to extract extract your product, and get the proper mango yellow color without any of that nasty pesticide taste that some other products will leave on the plant leaf.
Excellent, excellent. And now can you speak a little bit about, because this is one of the terms we hear about, once we've got our loop, like a 100X loop or digital scope, and we've identified, can you speak about modes of action and what that means, and say addressing something like spider mites?
So again, spider mite sprays, the ones we want to avoid are anything toxic, avid, abamectin, forbid, a lot of toxic products out there. As a personal user, avoid them, personal grower, sorry. Avoid them. They're not what you want. It's not what your customers want. It's not what medical needs or rec needs. So there's the pyrethrum products available, azadirachtin, again, products like plant therapy, green cleaner, natural extracts, plant extracts. So the way a lot of these bug sprays work is they want you to coat the leaf. And the reason we're coating the leaf is because the combination or the math they're working off is that contact plus exposure is going to equal death. But they need a lot of contact and a lot of exposure to equal death. So that's why some bug sprays will tell you spray daily, spray, just spray aggressively, use 60 mils per gallon, 80 mils a gallon, rinse and repeat every day until it's taken care of. And that's because they want to really expose a lot of poison to that bug in order to kill it. So what we're trying to do with bug sprays and transport is rethink the mousetrap that we're using to kill them. So rather than coating the bugs in a leaf with poison, whether it's the azadirachtin or plant oils or pyrethrum, we're taking the spray with transport, and it's going to soak into the leaf right away. And now, because it's in the leaf, the bug's only food source, whether it's a mite, thrip, or aphid, is the leaf. It has to eat that leaf in order to survive and in order to reproduce. When it eats the leaf, it's then going to swallow all the poison that we put into the plant. Whether, again, it's the plant extract oil or pyrethrum or azadirachtin, neem oil is another option. It's all going to soak in. It's not going to leave any oils into the leaf. The bug's going to eat that leaf, ingest the poison, and it's going to die, and it's not going to be able to reproduce. So most bugs' reproductive cycle is about 72 hours, 96 hours. And so by the time they eat that, they're not going to be able to reproduce. We're going to be able to knock down the rate of bugs and babies in a very short period of time. And following that, the residual of a lot of these sprays is about 7 to 10 days. So by the time the bugs are dead, the plant is then going to start flushing out whatever pesticide we put into the plant. Again, it's all the safe pesticides I'm recommending. Those are going to start flushing out within 7 to 10 days. And that, again, is going to give you a clean product without any secondary residuals left in the plant. Just makes it more efficient and lights on, and just getting rid of the bugs by poisoning them, instead of just coating the entire plant.
And now, does the panel have any more questions for IPM or anything they'd like to add to that?
Yeah, I was curious, Dinesh, do you have products for seedlings? Because I get a lot of samples from growers, I presume they're seedlings, and they've been sprayed. And I'm curious why you need to spray seedlings. The only reason I take note is because I guess the chemicals on the surface of the leaf affects the testing.
Yeah, so a lot of, pretty much every other spray on the market is going to leave a residual. And one thing I've done is that we don't have a product for specifically clones or seedlings or veg or flower. A product like Overgrow is actually for every stage of growth. So you can use it on seedlings, unrooted cuttings, veg, right into flower, because the nutrient profile and the way the product works is, first and foremost, we're going to make your plant more efficient. And by doing that, that's going to increase your garden's efficiency. And then touching back onto your question on specifically for seedlings, the reason we want to spray seedlings is to increase the moisture content in the domes, and that helps increase the rooting. and allows the plant a higher success rate of rooting and getting into veg. But other products, because they don't utilize a product like our transport or have the science of a product like our transport, they're leaving that residual on the leaf, and that's causing the problem, whether it's on seedlings, veg, right into flower, in all stages of growth.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I only have to deal with seedlings myself once, twice a year, so I sometimes forget you got to keep them so humid. But yeah, thanks.
No worries.